This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Police seize firearm in Vineyard Town. The police seized a .38 revolver on Georgiano Close in Vineyard Town, Kingston on Sunday, August 21. Reports from the Elletson Road Police are that about 10:45 a.m., a team of officers conducting operations in the community found the firearm beneath a water tank. No one was arrested in connection with the seizure. Investigations are ongoing, the police said. 16-year-old Kevin Richards of Old Harbor missing. An Ananda alert has been activated for 16-year-old Kevin Richards of Love Street, Old Harbor in St. Catherine, who has been missing since Saturday, August 20. She is of dark complexion, medium build, and about 5 feet 4 inches tall. Reports from the Old Harbor Police are that about 5 p.m., Kevin was last seen at home wearing a white blouse and brown tights. She has not been heard from since. Anyone knowing Kevin's whereabouts is being asked to contact the Old Harbor Police at 876-983-2255, Police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. She has no clue ex-PNP Senator wants Favour Williams fired over teacher migration crisis. Former People's National Party Senator Wentworth Skeffrey says Education Minister Favour Williams should be sacked over what he claims is her incompetent handling of the crisis stemming from the migration of teachers to lucrative jobs overseas. I call on Andrew Holness because he was a former Minister of Education. Him never good either, I know, but him little better than the one we have now. To rescue the education system, save our children and get rid of Favour Williams right now, and put a little competence in the education ministry. He pleaded to the Prime Minister at the party's Manchester North Western Constituency Conference at the Mile Gully Primary School on Saturday. President of the Jamaica Association of Principals of Secondary Schools, Linvern Wright, has said a sense of dread has engulfed the principals who are now scrambling with their boards to see how the blow can be cushioned in time for the start of the new school year on September 5. He said it's difficult to provide an accurate figure of the number of teachers leaving, although reports suggest it could be upwards of 400. Approximately 25,074 teachers were employed by the government in 2021, according to the 2021 Economic and Social Survey published in June. However, Williams has repeatedly downplayed the concerns, saying there is no data to suggest a cause for alarm. She told the news last week that almost 1,000 specialized teachers are leaving training institutions this year. However, Skeffrey, a former teacher, has joined his party's critics, asserting that the minister needs to be more aggressive in addressing the shortage of teachers. We have a Minister of Education. When I hear her talk, tears come on my eye. She has no clue about education. She don't understand the system, he said. The principals them said the teachers are left the thing left, right, and center, and the Minister of Education said nothing no go so. I didn't norm that, he continued, adding, you don't know why she said that? Because she don't understand the system. Because the first set of persons we are going to know when teachers are leave are the board chairman and the principal. Teachers don't resign to the Ministry of Education. Last week, opposition spokesperson on education, Senator Damian Crawford, described the increased migration patterns of teachers from Jamaica as a clear and present danger. He said the minister has indicated that the number of teachers leaving the classroom was in line with global standards. However, he is of the view that over time, the number of teachers employed will deplete by approximately 30% in 10 years and 60% in 20 years. The president of the Jamaica Association of Principals of Secondary Schools said he is aware of a very prominent school where 23 out of about 100 teachers are leaving, with another institution due to lose 16 educators. Wright, who is also principal of the William Knibb Memorial High School in Trelawny, said 11 of the 63 teachers at his school have resigned. Trelawny man charged after robbing woman in her parked vehicle. 24-year-old Omar Thompson, otherwise called Maya, a farmer of Litchfield District, wait a bit in Trelawny, has been arrested and charged with illegal possession of firearm, robbery with aggravation, and discharging a firearm within 40 yards of a public thoroughfare, following an incident in Dryland District in the parish on Wednesday, April 6. Reports from the Wait-A-Bit police are that about 10:10 a.m., a woman parked her pickup truck and was awaiting someone. Thompson then attacked and robbed her of $250,000 and a black LG cellular phone valued at $25,000. Thompson then fired shots in the air before escaping in the area. On Saturday, August 20, he was arrested and charged following an interview. Horrific road deaths drained first responders psychologically and emotionally. The stomach-turning sight of burnt corpses, the mangled bodies of children, and the fear that there will be no one to help if they or their family members are in a life-threatening crash are among the things that keep some first responders awake at night. Many say they have been left drained by the carnage on Jamaica's roads. It affects you psychologically and emotionally. Acting Senior Deputy Superintendent of the Jamaica Fire Brigade, Roland Walters, told the news. Now based in St. Ann, he was among the first batch of emergency medical technicians trained when the JFB bolstered its response mechanisms in 1996 by adding ambulances to its fleet. When asked to share his experience over the years, Walters, who has since led a number of divisions in the West, said he has seen his fair share of horrific scenes. This is why, though he was not part of the team that struggled to save lives after a two-van collision in St. Ann left 5 dead and many others injured on July 24, he knows all too well the impact it must have had on his peers. When you go on certain incidents and you see bodies burnt or you see persons injured in accidents, it must have a psychological impact on the crew members. Based on what they see, some of them go home and they can't eat meat, said Walters. By tomorrow morning, you have to come back to work. You have to prepare for the next call. First responders, as the name suggests, are first on the scene, administering pre-hospital care to victims of traffic crashes and other emergencies. They are mainly made up of EMTs who work with healthcare institutions and the fire brigade. The frequency of traffic crashes has left some feeling overwhelmed as the demand for their services remains high. As at August 19, 2022, a total of 304 individuals have lost their lives in 266 crashes on the nation's roads. It is worryingly close to the 484 traffic fatalities seen in the 12 months of 2021. Western Jamaica is notorious for its contribution to the high traffic fatalities. According to Transport Ministry data, up to August 19, the parishes of Trelawny, St. James, Hanover, and Westmoreland had 85 road deaths so far this year. On August 16, 2 people died on the Northern Coastal Highway after the cars in which they were traveling collided. Their injuries were too severe for them to recover, despite the best efforts of firefighters and EMTs. Director of the Island Traffic Authority, Ken Hare, a vociferous advocate for safe use of the roads, said speeding was the cause of the crash. While there is often public outcry about the number of lives lost in traffic crashes, those injured and the impact on the country's healthcare system, there has been less discussion about the toll on those who try and sadly sometimes fail to save the lives of those involved. One firefighter who works in the Emergency Medical Services Department in the St. James Division said he and his peers bear the psychological scars of their job. Being exposed to this trauma so frequently over so many years, it does have an effect. It has an effect on me, I can say that. And sometimes I hear co-workers speaking of the effect on them as well, said the firefighter, who asked not to be identified by name. He was particularly jolted recently by a crash that had children among multiple casualties. He steeled himself and did his job, pushing through the emotional strain. Sometimes I feel like I need a vacation. I am tired of seeing this carnage. You go home and it may rest on your mind for a few days. I've done accidents where the patients are persons that I know. As tough as an individual may think they are, at some point in time you are reminded that you are human and this plays on your psyche, he explained. Education Minister appeals to church for help with indiscipline in schools. Education Minister Favour Williams has issued an appeal to the church community to partner with the ministry to address antisocial behavior among students in schools. We believe that the church can be a powerful ally in this quest to affect a change in behavior, said Williams on Saturday while addressing congregants at the St. Andrew's Memorial Seventh-day Adventist Church on Hope Road in St. Andrew. The ministry is seeking the support of the church community in partnering with us to implement character education programs in our schools and the wider society. The objective of the program is to produce well-adjusted students with strong moral codes and ethics who have respect for themselves and others to guide the country's future. Williams said the partnership between church and state remains an important connection in ensuring lasting peace in the society. Williams said churches in Jamaica have long played a significant role in the development of the country's education system, in social outreach programs, and in shaping the character of the people. The minister has also noted that over the many decades, the Seventh-day Adventist Church has guided and influenced generations of Jamaicans and persons across the globe. Your outreach ministries have had a deep impact on the lives of thousands of Jamaicans, and we need you to continue doing what you do well, she said. We value your input and perspectives as you continue in your individual and collective work in advancing the education of our children. Williams announced in her sectorial debate presentation earlier this year that character education would receive priority focus in the school curriculum. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.